Hi, my name is Tashi, and you're watching Beauty in the Bar. So today I'm continuing with my Makeup by the Numbers series, and what I'm going to do is go through all of my cheek products, basically just blush and highlight, not bronzer, because I only have a few bronzers, and of course they're all bronzer shades. And I'm going to go through by color, and we're going to figure out what I have the most of, what I have the least of, and whether that lines up with the things that I like. You know, this is a series that I've been doing. I did lip products, and I think I'm going to be doing eyeliners and then maybe eyeshadows after that. So if you'd like to follow along and see more of this, please hit subscribe. Please like this video if you like it, and share with anybody that you think would find it fun or interesting. Let's just start off by saying that I think when I think about the cheek products that I really enjoy, lately it's been very dewy cheek products, but in the past I've really liked powder, I really liked matte. So my preferences have changed over time. When it comes to color, I did used to like a lot of berries, and I do think that I probably have a lot of berries if I had to guess. But I've been getting more into like reds and oranges lately, so that category might be a little bit inflated. I don't love pink. I'm really not usually a pink person. I'd rather go for like a neutral cheek if I am going to do something more berry over a pink. So I wouldn't be too surprised to find that I don't have a lot of pink, that I have a lot of berry, and that maybe I have a good amount of like reddish orange colors. But we're going to see. We're going to get into it. I have added them up. I haven't looked at it in a second, so I'm not quite sure. I'm going to go bottom to top with the different shades and the different colors that I have. Basically the things I have the least of to the things I have the most of. I've categorized them into, let's see, 7 categories. So there really aren't that many. And we're just gonna go through. Just looking at these numbers now, I just glanced down and like the things that I said and predicted were so wrong. The category that I have the least of, there's actually a 4-way tie. I have 3 of each of these color categories. So the first is gold. This is not actually a highlight or a cheek product, but I do use it from time to time as a cheek product. And I'm going to be swatching these as I go through, and hopefully this won't get too lengthy, but it is this gold shade from the Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow in, I forget what they call this colorway. Oh, color 10 Money. And this is the shade Flash Money. It's gold with like maybe a little, it's pretty much just a very yellow gold. And I love using this as an eyeshadow, but I also love using it as a highlight. It's just like the most yellow gold. I think it's a really fun color on my skin tone, and this is what it looks like on me. I hope you can see that like shimmery gold, and I'll show you what it looks like in the pan because you'll definitely be able to see that at least. It's over here. So that's one of the gold shades that I have. The next gold shade that I have is the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in the shade Outshine. I will just mention that my problem with this is that it does not layer well with, it doesn't play well with others. So I've hardly ever used it, even though I have a ton of it. I feel like I might kind of like mix it with something and turn it into a body product. But this is what it looks like. It's sort of like a lighter, also yellow gold. So hopefully you can see that. I know it's really hard to see highlighter swatches. The final shade that I have that I would categorize as gold is in the ABH Glowkit in the shade Sundipped, and it's the color Summer. It is like a very light, pale, like even white kind of gold on me, and I can only barely call this a gold, but that's what it looks like on me. Those are my 3 gold shades. And yeah, I wouldn't say that gold highlighter is like my favorite, with the exception of Flash Money just being a really fun shade to use, or gold cheek products in general. I think, you know, if I want like kind of that natural metallic shimmery glow, I'm really going to go for a bronze over gold. So it is a little bit unusual, but that's what I've got. So let's check out the next category. So the next category that I have 3 products in is terracotta. And part of this is a little bit of a cheat because it is, I have 2 of the same shade. So I'll just show you the one that's in here. I have a second pan of this that's totally full. This is the step-by-step contour kit from Smashbox. I have another one that I had depotted. So I have another one of these, but this is the terracotta bronze blush. And it is pretty much just a deep terracotta shade. I think it looks really nice. It goes well with pretty much any look. that's what it looks like. It performs nicely. I have really no complaints about this. I'm not like huge on terracotta. I really want more of like a punch of orange or a punch of red, but I think it's really nice for like, you know, more subtle looks, more subtle cheek looks. So I've got 2 of that same product. And then I have this from Rare Beauty. It's their liquid blush in the shade Love. And this is a liquid version of a terracotta. And that's what it looks like. So those are really my terracotta blushes. I have 3, but 2 of them are the same. So I really have 2. So I've got 3 orange / coral shades. The first is my new favorite, which is the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Inspire. It's a very dewy, very light coral for deep skin tone. So it is on that border between pink and orange. I've been looking for a really just straight through and through orange, and unfortunately I haven't been able to find it. I tried Tower 28 Beauty's, I want to say it's Power Hour or Golden Hour, but it just wasn't what I was looking for, although I did like it. So, I mean, I don't know where that is actually. It's somewhere around here, but I won't count it because I'm decluttering that. But, and then I've got the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in Joy. That's what that looks like. It's a much brighter shade. So there is the LYS blush and there is the Rare Beauty blush. And then I've got this Morphe 9B palette that I've had for a really long time. And the shades in here are not named or numbered, but it's this shade right over here in the corner. It is very much a coral. So I call this orange / coral, but really I've just got corals. So there are my 3 corals. There's the Morphe one over here. It's the 3rd one. The final color we have in the 4-way tie is reds, and I have 3 reds, unsurprisingly. One of them is in that Morphe palette. I'm sure you just saw it. It's this red over here in the corner. It is a very bright red, and I really like it. I mean, I think on a deeper skin tone, it's really actually quite easy to wear and makes for really quite beautiful looks. The only issue is I feel like I play up my eyes or my lips so much that by the time I get to doing blush, a really strong blush is going to make me look like a clown. So I haven't used this often, but I almost want to put it in my project pan because I want to use it more. And then the other red shade that I have, so I guess I really only have 2. The other red shade that I have is the Colourpop Cheek Dew Serum Blush in the shade Rumours. You have to be very careful with this. It's extremely liquidy and it just like pours out of the tube. But yeah, so those are my 2 reds, I guess. This one from the Morphe 9B palette, and then the Colourpop Cheek Dew in the shade Rumours. I really like both of those. I'm really not afraid of a red blush. Like I said, I just don't wear them as often because I feel like I already have so much makeup on my face. So the next highest category, I guess we'll just add one too, and I'll start with the e.l.f. Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette color. That is a berry, even though I thought it was kind of a red. I used it quite a bit and I still I'm like, this is sort of like a deep red, like girl, no, you're putting on a berry. So here's one. I have 5 berry cheek shades. Another berry is my new LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Empower. Very beautiful, deep berry shade. Actually, it's very similar. It's deeper, but very similar. So there's the e.l.f. Active palette color, and there's LYS. And then I've got the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Faith. Very much like a purple. I don't even know if you call this this is a straight up purple. This is really, really nice. I find it kind of difficult to work with and blend out. But once it is blended out, it does make for a really beautiful look. 2 of the other berries I have come from the Morphe 9B palette. They are these 2 shades here. And I'll go ahead and swatch them. That's what they look like. One is a bit pinker. This one is the one in the far corner over here, and then the middle one is the very last one that I have swatched here. Those are my 5 berry shades. The next highest category I labeled as nude, clear, or bronze, because for me, a bronze does tend to be just kind of a shimmer, And, you know, I added in highlighting balms and nudes because they're sort of all the same, and it just depends on the level of intensity of shine I want on my cheek for me. So the first couple are in the E.l.f. Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette. There's this clear balm here. I'm like, shouldn't even swatch it because it is just like a white that goes quite clear on me, and then on everyone. And then I have this neutral in the middle here. See that there? And that is just pretty much a brown. And it's a brown that's so close to my skin tone. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. But those are those two. 1 and 2. Then I've got a couple of bronze shades. Actually, just one bronze shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glowkit in Sundipped. It's the shade Bronzed, unsurprisingly. And that's what that looks like. Very bright, shimmery bronze on me. Another bronze shade that I have is an old Colourpop highlighter that I have in a magnetic palette. I can't tell you what shade this is because I put it in this palette and I don't have it labeled, but that's what it looks like in the pan. And it's so hard to see the bronzes. Like I said, they're basically just shimmers on me, but there is the Colourpop shimmer. Just move it around so maybe you can see. Another one is another Colourpop shade. It's very similar, if not identical, to the other one I just showed you, but it's crumpled into pieces. I'm planning to use it as a body shimmer, so I'm not going to swatch it because it looks pretty much the same as the other one, and it's basically a big mess, but I do have that. And then I have this from the ABH Sundipped Glowkit. I've depotted it and put it in this magnetic palette. It's, let's see, what color is this shade? It's a shade Moonshine, and this is really not, I mean, as you can see, it's not a bronze shade, but I consider it to be like a clear kind of shade on me because it basically is icy white, and so I just blend it out and it just creates a shine. I don't even know if you can, let me swatch that further. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's sort of icy white. It's, in my opinion, like the powder version of the E.l.f. color because it is just a white on me that blends out to just be a shine. The final category is the reason I laughed in the beginning because I was like, I don't think that I'll have a lot of pinks because I don't really like using pinks on my cheek that often. I have 12 pink cheek colors. 12. Twice as much as any other pink cheek color. Are you ready for all these swatches? Okay, I'm just gonna go from top to bottom. Actually, I'll start with these big palettes first. So the first one is in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sundipped Glowkit, and this is the shade Tourmaline. It's the one right there. That's what it looks like. It looks sort of purplish in the pan, but it looks very pink on me. The next pink cheek product I have is the final shade from the E.l.f. Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette. It's this second shade here. Very balmy. Also very pink on me. That's it there. There. And then I've just got a ton of pinks in this Morphe 9B palette. I mean, basically obviously the rest of the palette is pink on me. So I'm just gonna go through. Here is this middle one. Very, very pink. I mean, this is like a bubblegum pink compared to other things. Here's this one over here in the corner. It's a bit deeper on me. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me just swatch it further. Here's this one over in the corner, in that corner. Then we've got these middle two. They look quite neutral in the pan, but on me, they are pink. I've got shades 1 and 2, and there they are on my arm, the last two towards my elbow. And then the final shade I've got here in this palette that has been swatched is the obvious, very bright pink one, kind of fuchsia color. And it's a very fun, exciting color, really. One thing that's pretty cool about having a deeper skin tone is you can really wear these like very deep, very bright blush colors and have them not look too crazy. That's what that looks like on me. This is the final one over there. So that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7 so far of my pink cheek products. Then I've got a handful over here. I'm gonna clean off my arm and then keep going. Okay, so the next pink cheek product I have is the Nars Blush and Goulue. This only comes in this little sample size. This is a pretty deep, very wearable pink for me, at least. It's hard for me to say what's wearable because obviously having a deeper skin tone, a lot of colors are going to be more wearable for me that are deeper versus brighter or lighter. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but this is Nars Goulue over here. The next two shades that I have come in the Wet n Wild Megaglo Hello Halo Blushlighter. And this is Flash Me. It's a highlighter on one side and a blush on the other. So there's the highlighter and there's the blush. This is what they look like in the pan, by the way. And the highlighter and blush are second and third on my arm now. Then, as you know, if you watch my videos, I've got the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighter and the Sweetest Bling. Love this shade. It's just so bright and so shiny. This is what it looks like in the pan, and that's what it looks like on my arm. I mean, can we even bling bling? And then finally, the pink shade that I have in my project pan is the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Blush in the shade Rapture, which is discontinued. These blushes are discontinued, but I am working on this. And this is what that looks like. So those are my other 5 pink cheek products. Overall, it's just been really confusing and interesting to find out that pink, which I would say is probably my least favorite. I mean, I don't dislike wearing pink cheek products, but I definitely would say it's my least favorite that comes to mind. So yeah, to find out that I have twice as many pink cheek products as any other color. I mean, I really expected to maybe have a lot of bronze, just to have collected accidentally a bunch of bronzes, or maybe just have a lot of berries, which I do have, you know, more berries than other colors, but I have 12 pink cheek products. Can't even imagine. I guess I need to start wearing more pink. I mean, I think part of it is that I have this Morphe palette, and this already, I mean, just buying this, I ended up with 5 pink blushes here. So I would have had 7 if not for this palette. But even still, I've got quite a few pink cheek products across the board. I mean, I've got pink highlighters, I've got pink blushes, I've got a cream cheek that's pink, I've got powder blushes that are pink. So it's just really interesting to find that even though I don't feel like I'm choosing a lot of pink products, I have a ton of pink products. I think I've got everything I need as far as cheek products, even though I still continue to be drawn to other colors. The one thing I feel like I am missing is just a very bright, just standard orange color. I would love, love, love to have just a bright punch of orange. But I've been having a hard time finding that for my skin tone. I haven't quite hit on it yet. I think the Danessa Color Fix in orange might be the ticket. It might be great as a color corrector and as a very orange blush, but it's been sold out for a million gazillion years. So I'm waiting for it to come back in stock to decide whether or not I'm going to buy it. She recently had a sale, but again, it was out of stock. So we're going to see. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it. Let me know down in the comments if you count up your colors and what your reactions to them are, if they look like what you'd expect compared to your preferences. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.